Well, hey, how y'all doing today? Well, you got here just in time. Well, a little bit ahead of time. I'm in the process of getting set up for this video right now. Oh, I got a great video for you today. We're gonna do a little bit of grilling outside. So I'm just trying to get everything all set up. Got my apron. But I am glad to see you all here today. It's kind of nice to have you come in a little bit early to see what's going on. You're not gonna want to miss the intro to this video. This intro is gonna be freaking awesome. And the recipe, of course. All right, I'm gonna get everything set up and we're gonna get this video on the road. Give me a moment and we'll be ready to go. All right, I pretty much got everything set up. So are you ready to get this video started? Let's do it. So good to see you all back. Well, guess what? Today we got an absolutely fantastic, awesome, delicious recipe I'm going to do for you today. We're going to do grilled portobellos, marinated grilled portobellos and marinated asparagus on the grill today. First, we have our portobello mushrooms. Okay, you want to make sure that you get the big ones because we're going to put them on a bun and we're going to dress these babies up and they are going to be so good. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to clean these mushrooms. So let's go ahead and let's get them all cleaned up, ready to go. Okay, so when you're cleaning out your portobello mushroom, one of the first things that you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to remove that stem right there. Grab that stem and pop that stem out. What we want to do is we want to wash the portobello mushroom off so that way we get any dirt that might be inside of it or on top of it off of dirt. So all we do is we just take and we just start scrubbing it around. You just want to scrub that inside there and just take that top and scrub that top really good. Get that all cleaned off. And you'll want to do this for each and every portobello mushroom that you have. All right, we got them all scrubbed down. So let's go ahead, let's get our marinade made. Man, I'm telling you, it is hot out here today. It is 95 degrees today. All right, now that we have our mushrooms clean, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna make the marinade for those mushrooms. So what we're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start out with a bowl or whatever will work for you, but we're gonna mix our marinade up in here and then we're gonna coat our portobello mushrooms. So what you're gonna need for the marinade, and we're gonna make a simple one today, you're gonna need 1/3 cup of olive oil. And don't be afraid of making a little extra because you'll want to baste your portobellos while they're on the grill too. So 1/3 cup of olive oil, and then we're going to use a balsamic vinegar, and we're going to use 3 tablespoons of that. And you don't have to use balsamic vinegar. You can use like a red wine vinegar, or you can use whatever flavor you'd like to make a marinade with. All right, next we're going to put in a little bit of salt. I'm going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, and of course you can use as much salt or as little salt as you would like to. Next we're going to use some black pepper. Now I already have some cracked black pepper already ground up, and I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and then of course my favorite, and this is what's going to give these portobellos a smoky, oh so delicious flavor. I'm using the Ancho pepper powder. The flavor is, it's a smoky flavor along with just a little bit of spice, not really hot, but just a little bit of spice and a little bit of sweetness. It's kind of like the perfect mix of a pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of Ancho chili pepper. And poof, in it goes. Now you want to take and just mix all that up in there really, really good. You want all those flavors just all melding together. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to marinate our portobello mushrooms. So what you're going to want to do with your mushrooms, you're going to want to just go ahead and stick them in your marinade sauce. You want to get them good and coated all over both sides. And then once you have them coated, grab yourself a Ziploc bag to put them in. And we're just going to slide them in the bag. And just keep doing that with the amount of portobello mushrooms that you have. You know, that's the nice thing about portobello mushrooms. I don't know if you've ever had them or not, but these things on a grill, I mean, you want to talk about an awesome flavor. These things are just absolutely out of this world. If you were to hand somebody this versus a hamburger, I'm going to tell you right now, they would hands down take this over that burger any day. Now give it a try sometime. All right, so we have our portobello mushrooms all marinated up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our marinated mushrooms and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get all the air out of there. We're going to zip them up and we're just going to let them sit in there and marinate for about 15 minutes. Now you can go ahead and put them in your refrigerator, or you can just leave them out. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our asparagus. So the way you do asparagus is you find the place that is the weakest point, and that's where it'll snap, and that's where you want to make the cut right there. That goes from the hard part of the asparagus to the tender part of the asparagus. So now you can do that to each and every one of them, or you can use that as a guideline for the rest of your asparagus. Pretty simple. All you do is take the asparagus that you snap, and that'll tell you the tender part of the asparagus, and go ahead and set that against the other asparagus and just cut right across there. All right, so now that we have our asparagus cut, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a really simple marinade for this. All we're gonna need is, you're gonna need a plastic bag, and we're gonna want to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to your plastic bag. Next, we're gonna add in salt, and once again, I'm gonna use the Pink Himalayan sea salt, and we're gonna want to add in 1 teaspoon, and the same way with our cracked pepper, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cracked pepper to our marinade. Just dump it on in there. You just gotta throw all this stuff together. This is like a laboratory. So we got all that in there, and kind of mix that around a little bit, and then go ahead and take your asparagus and just throw it in the bag, and kind of zip it shut for the most part. Let all the air out. Now just take and wiggle that all around in there and get it all nice and coated. Make sure nobody gets left out, because you want them to all have that wonderful flavor. If you're gonna go to all this work, not really hard at all, you might as well get them all coated. Okay, so once you have the marinade in your bag and you have your asparagus in there and you rubbed it all around, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna let that sit for about 10-15 minutes as well. And in the meantime, we're waiting for the grill to heat up, and guess what? We're gonna start grilling. We're gonna put this stuff on the grill and we're gonna get it cooking. Let's get going. Okay, we're gonna wanna move these charcoal briquettes around a little bit, so that way they're a little bit more even. Woo-hoo-hoo, on a 95-degree day, that is definitely warm. All right, what we're gonna wanna do with our portobello mushrooms is we're not gonna wanna put them directly over the heat. We want kind of like a medium/high, but not real high heat, but a medium heat. So we're gonna lay them upside down. And we're gonna let these cook about 5 minutes on each side. And then for our asparagus, we're gonna wanna lay it lengthwise across the grill. Otherwise it'll fall through. And the nice part about the asparagus and the portobello mushrooms is that they each take about the same length of time to cook. Now, in about 5 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and check these, and we'll probably end up flipping them. Okay, you remember that marinade that you had left over? Make sure after you put your portobellos on there, get them all nice and coated. If you want to, you can throw a little bit on your asparagus also. And then we can check them and see how they're doing. Well, they're getting pretty good. It's still a little hard, so they're not quite ready yet. We got about 3 minutes yet to go. Okay, you see how our portobello mushrooms have kind of flattened out a little bit? That's kind of what we're looking for. Now we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip them over. It's been about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna flip them over, cook them about another 5 minutes on the other side. And don't forget to take your marinade and brush them little babies with that. And do the same thing with your asparagus. Go ahead and just turn it over. It should be getting nice and soft by now. Move them a little closer to the heat if you have to, if your charcoal is starting to die down a little bit. All right, there we go. We got it all flipped over. Got about another 5 minutes, and we'll be ready to put this baby on a bun. So while we're waiting for all that to get done, might as well go ahead and get our tomato cut up for our portobello mushroom when it is done, so we can put that together. Oh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat. Man, I gotta tell you what, it is so hot out here right now. Both of my cameras have shut down because they have both overheated. It is like 97 degrees out here, and around the grill it's like a little bit hotter. Anyway, I just thought I would tell you, I've never had my cameras ever shut down before. That was a first. So we'll just cover these up so none of those pesky flies get in there. Okay, let's get back over here and check on our portobello mushrooms and see how they're doing. Okay, they've been on there for another 5 minutes. Now the way you can test them to see if they're done, if they feel kind of soft when you press down on them, and then you can also take your knife, and if they cut really easy, then they're finished. Oh, like that right there. Pop. These are done. All right, let's get them off the grill and let's get them plated up. All right, I got them off the grill and we're all ready to go. I hope I'm in frame. I can't really see because it's like super bright out here. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna make up our portobello mushroom. I don't know if you've seen it in the picture over there, but when it was on the grill, when you start them on the cap first and then you flip them over, that cap holds all that juice in there and makes them even that much more moist when you're cooking them. All right, so we're just gonna take a regular bun. Here, put our little portobello baby on there. Tomato. You don't have to put anything on these because they taste absolutely phenomenal all by themselves, but I kind of like a little barbecue sauce on mine. And a little mustard. And top it off with a piece of lettuce. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh yeah. Excess stuff to the squirrels. There we go, folks. The only thing that's left to do is eat this baby. Okay, here comes the real test right here. You kind of look like you're a little crooked. Is everything okay? Well, I suppose you'll probably be all right. All right, let's taste this baby. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for a while. It's so hot out here. All right. Oh my God. Hands down, a Portobello burger is the best doggone burger you'll ever have. Oh, that marinade and that flavor, pow! That was like right there. It was like, oh my gosh, how could you get any better? I hope you try this. If you do try it, leave me a comment down below. Or if you know a better way to make a Portobello burger, also leave that down below. I'd love to experiment with it and try it out and taste it. All right, well, I'll tell you what, it has been like a super hot day out here today. I have enjoyed doing this video for you, but it's time for me to get somewhere where it's a little bit cooler because it's like scorching hot out here right now. Okay, you know the spiel here. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button down here in the corner. Don't forget to hit that little notification button so that way you're notified of each and every video I put out, and I'm putting out a lot of them. And most importantly, don't forget to share this video. You sharing this video helps YouTube realize that maybe other people would like to see this video as well. You can help support my channel by sharing this video on all your social media platforms, and I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to end this little video right here. I want to tell you all thank you. I mean, seriously, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. It has truly been my pleasure to be able to bring this video to you. And until I see you all again, later, and have a great summer. See you on the next video.